Hello, 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 welcome. Well, thank you for the follow. So today we're going to be playing as Poland in the new DLC, No Step Back. Comes out tomorrow as of time of streaming. If you're watching on YouTube, it should already be out by the time you're watching the VODs. So, we are going to be playing as Poland today, because that is the country that did win in our little YouTube poll. And which way are we going to go when it comes to Poland? Well, we can either go democratic, communist, fascist, and I think it can also maybe become a monarchy. I haven't really actually looked too much on focus tree. We could assemble a region council. We could go like alliance with the Kaiser. We could go pro-monarchy. Yeah, not aligned. I just know there's two things I'm thinking about this, right? I don't want to go pro-Germany. Going pro-Germany I think is a little bit too easy. Germany already is pretty strong in Hearts of Iron 4. So I don't think that's the way we want to be going with them. I don't want to go pro-Soviet because we're already playing a Soviet playthrough in our YouTube series that again will be live tomorrow at the time of streaming. It's already live. You're watching on the VODs. Either we want to go democratic, align ourselves with the British and the French, or we want to go like this monarchist path. And you know, I'm kind of leaning towards the monarchist path. Because it's definitely a little bit different. Definitely a little bit different. April Constitution. Which I think that you are the historic route. Because we're not going to have a peasant strike. It's like, do any of you... Habsburg, Romania... could align ourselves with like a pro-British... monarch, which is very strange for sure. King Michael's coup, Romania subject of Poland. Could I don't know. We have a claim on Romania if we do it this way. We border Romania, we do. I do think we are going to go with the monarchist. Habsburg, Soldier King. Monarchism in Czechoslovakia. Habsburg Alliance. No, I think we are going to go... I think we're going to take the Romanian king. Maybe we can get an alliance with you. Pro dictatorship, demand Slovakia. Restore Poland-Hungary. I mean, eventually we could end up joining allies. We can probably do that anyways. I doubt that you will, I think, lock us out of going pro-British if we have to. But again, we'll kind of see. Like, there's a chance that Germany just doesn't even go... fascist. They can have a monarchist coup themselves. They have a lot of other countries. We don't play on historic pathing typically when we do vanilla campaigns, so who knows exactly what's going to be happening here. Okay, but let's see where we start off in our position. Right now we have 150,000 manpower, 26 factories, we have 21 trains, no trucks, but our supplies are okay. We have 10 convoys, which you probably want to try to fix that at some point. Commandeer civilian trains, that's stability loss. We're going to ignore you for now. We don't need the railway system for the supply hub increase either. I don't think that's going to make a big difference right away. And the political actions I also don't think really matter. Need to focus agrarian reform. Where is that actually in? Agrarian reform. Could rush that if need be. Peasant strike be delayed by 70 days. Of course, again, we are playing vanilla Hearts of Iron 4, which does mean, hey, every focus is like 70 days, which kind of sucks. I don't like the 70-day focus. They take a little bit too long, but you know, what can you do? Have our unassigned divisions. We have, how many men are actually in the army? We got 40 divisions. I'm assuming these guys are not very good. We have 5 ships, basically no air force. And if you look here, a lot of our units are completely undersupplied, which is not great. Not great even remotely. We have some free military factory. And what is our logistics looking like? Let's look at 1 day tick here. 8.2 thousand rifles, huh? Well, then I think it makes sense for us to go at least 5 on you immediately. I'm gonna go 1 on artillery, because I think we'll probably need artillery at some point. I'm actually gonna go 2 on artillery. I think that seems okay. We have a few, you said civilian factories available for us to use. What's our railway system look? Honestly, I think this is looking pretty good. We maybe want a little bit more railroads up north. If we ever invade the Soviet Union, having our railroads connect up here could be valuable. We can even see here there's a little bit of some penalties up there. But other than that, our supplies seem pretty decent. Our railway networks don't really connect well in Germany either. Maybe we want to fix that. Again, that's a future issue. That's a future issue that I don't have to worry about at this exact moment. But I do think I want to build a rail network up to here. Just at least connect these provinces. Again, we can connect these areas together in case of a war with the Soviet Union, which will probably happen at some point. Again, we want to start off with our base technology, so production efficiency cap, production 1, and our research. No template right now for total artillery. Really, we don't? No, they have cavalry divisions. We'll probably want to add artillery in here at some point in the future. Artillery are good. You're missing some supplies, but yeah, that's just for tungsten and rubber. We can ignore you for now. We're gonna shrink you guys into 10 army groups for now. Underneath a field marshal. We should have enough leaders for this to work out. At least I'm hoping so. Assign you. We will assign you. For skill 3, you're a political advisor. You're a war industrialist. Yeah, then we're basically going to assign our top leaders here. Okay, so excellent. This has all been sorted out. But the railway network, like, it changes the way that we have to approach Hearts of Iron 4 and wars in general in this game vastly differently than we had to in the past. I'm gonna create a quick save game to kind of demonstrate this a little bit early on. Because before in Hearts of Iron 4, you could easily deploy a group of 24 on the Prussian border. And it wouldn't be an issue at all. But if we were to theoretically, we can't go into Danzig, but if we were to theoretically put, you know, let's say 20 divisions on this border, even 30, I think, before would have been completely fine. We're going to get these guys all over here. And I've not tested this. This might not actually work out the way that I'm wanting to demonstrate. But yeah, you can already see, you know, up towards the north, like, these guys don't have supplies. They will run out of equipment eventually. These guys are actually directly on railroads, so they're actually completely okay. So this wasn't the best example to use. But if we were to put, like, all of our army on, let's say, the Soviet border, I doubt we would have the supplies to actually maintain that front. But you can fix that. If we go over to supply map modes, let's say this supply hub. Actually, maybe this supply hub's the one. Which one's connecting you? I think it might be here. Right now, we're basically just using cavalry division. We're not using trucks. All supplies out of this area that's not directly on railroad provinces is going to be getting to the units via horses, which don't cost any trucks from our logistics. We also have no trucks. But if we want to, we can increase the motorization level. It would allow us to put trucks here, which would give you supplies that you need. Conflict. But of course, we don't have any trucks, so that makes that point a little bit moot. We actually probably need to be constructing trains, and we need to be constructing... Why not have trucks researched? I don't have trucks researched. That's something I will need to fix at some point. Well, let's bring our units. Let's say I have a 10 stack here. Put a 10 stack on this line. And we're just delete all these troops on the Prussian border for right now. I don't think they're going to be required at the moment. We're going to put a troop. Let's say put them all on the Romanian border. Are supplies even okay down there? Yeah, okay. It actually looks like supplies down on the Romanian front should be okay. And I'm going to put a 10 stack to try to cover the entire border of the Soviet Union. I'm not expecting them to do a great job on this. But even then, you can see, before No Step Back, these guys would have no issues getting supplies. But now they're actually struggling. We cannot put 10 division on the Romanian border. It simply will not work. So I'm going to transfer some of you guys over to purple in hope that maybe you'll have enough supplies on this line. But even then, like, you here, I think are barely maintaining. I think if you put even any more units on this province, they would not be able to get supplies. Oh, so did our railroads already get built? They did. Railroads are very cheap, only 170 production points. They do build very, very fast. Supply hubs are 20,000. Making them the second most expensive building in the game, just behind nuclear reactors. We'll go just, let's go, like, right here. Your defense, I was gonna say you're defendable, but you're not really. You're right next to Prussia. Let's put them right here for right now. Kind of in the center of Poland. They shouldn't be immediately taken over. And yeah, like I was saying, we actually can't even have troops on this entire border. You don't have supplies, and you will be draining our equipment. So we're going to assign you to a different front and hope you'll have supplies over there. But we are now the Kingdom of Poland. We love to see it. And a seeking alliance with the Kaiser. We could fulfill the 5th of November Act, which I will be doing. Because we have decent support right now for a king. See how this goes for us. And even then... Oh, no, okay. I think our supply issues, at least right now, are okay. I'm actually going to even... take one province off here. I have you assigned to that province. That seems okay. Got Soviet troops on the border. Soviet Union right now is 34 to 181. They got a pretty large army that we are going to need to worry about at some point. But not right now. Right now, we should be okay. We have no command power. We have no experience. We got none of this stuff. We have 0. We have 21 command power. You have our officer corps. Right now, we have not really taken anything. Apparently, we do start off with Grand Battle Plan Doctrine by default. Which, I mean, is okay. We do have a base cost of 100. No, we're not taking any penalties or bonuses with you. Alright, max planning. Daily command power gain plus 0.25. I mean, that would be nice. Because, yeah, the maximum, they have changed the maximum up to 200 as opposed to 100 for the base game. But now, when you hire military high command, they reduce your maximum. Like this guy here, infantry expert. At the infantry expert, if you hire him, your cap is then 180. That's something that we do need to be aware of. Okay, so looks like the German military junta has taken control. We're gonna fight the German Reich. I guess we want the military junta to win and maybe install the Kaiser onto the throne, and maybe we can get like some sort of alliance with the Kaiser going. But I don't know if we need to have. Also, I should be taking national focus. I'm not too sure. I mean, basically, as long as we're not in the Regency Council, we can actually do an alliance. Yet, if they go pro Kaiser, get the 4-year plan going. I'm stupid. I wasted probably too many days on that. Could get a naval commander right away. Maximum command power increased by plus 20. So you basically will allow us to offset one of our other commanders by being basically shit. He's bad, but he allows us to hire another general without taking a debuff. Well, kind of not taking a debuff. Which, I mean, is interesting, but I have no reason to actually hire you. I'd rather someone who's actually good at their job. I mean, not that... but then, again... What the hell is the Polish Navy going to do? In the grand scheme of things, probably nothing at all. So he might not actually be a bad hire. He might actually be the correct choice. Just because our Navy is so trash that there's no reason to not hire him. Because we're not going to use our Navy to any real... They're not going to be really effective, right? I would have to imagine you're not going to be that strong. We'll draw some offensive lines here. And just kind of hoping that Prussia doesn't collapse. Frederick Christian claims the throne. Margrave of Meissen and Prince of Saxony, Albert Leopold, Frederick Christian, Silvier, Anno, Guy's got a billion goddamn names. Seeks to add the King of Poland with many prestigious titles. Many great monarchs of the Commonwealth were members of the House of Wettin and Saxon electors. And with our nation now seeing a king, Frederick Christian seems like the most obvious and legitimate candidate for the king. The claim of the Commonwealth by his side, electing Frederick will undoubtedly strengthen the government's claims to all former Commonwealth territories. Claimant to Lithuania, a member of the historic Polish royal family and prestigious bloodline at his back, Frederick Christian brings with him a strong claim to the Kingdom of Poland. So you are the Commonwealth claimant. Do we want to go Commonwealth? I don't know why when I read Commonwealth, I thought that was the pro-British, like the British Commonwealth. The Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth makes way more sense. But I kind of want the Hohenzollern. I kind of want to go pro... Yeah, I mean... I think that seems like the right choice. I want a different candidate. I don't want the Commonwealth. Done this now. And I think we do want to kind of... We only need railway gauges. Yeah, we can actually get a gradient reform rather quickly. We do get a bunch of railroads. That's quite nice. I'll definitely take it. Again, they are 70-day focuses, which are expensive. I don't hire him now, right? I don't think it makes sense to hire him at this exact moment in time. I mean, we could train our units to get some army experience gain. You know what? I mean, are any of you guys, like, overall pretty bad? Not really. We actually got a pretty decent army. At least in terms of experience. But when they get reinforcements, their skill values will drop. You know what? Let's do this. Gives us 0.01 daily. Which is very bad. I guess we could train the entire country's military. A 0.1 would mean it'd be what, like 100 days for 1 point? If we were to theoretically train the entire army, that gets us up to 0.5, which does make this a lot faster. It would only, I think, take like, what, 20 days? 20 days is a lot better than 100. You know what, we'll do this for right now to get this army experience gain. Actually, you give me 0.09 daily by yourself. Any of you... 0.06, 0.09, 0.09, 0.09. Give me... your infantry defense. 10% defense. Your army defense, not infantry defense. I mean, he's pretty good. But I mean... give me the infantry expert. For the main reason that infantry expert, I think, is just good. In basically every campaign. I don't think there's a single campaign where going infantry expert is bad for you. Maybe I'm wrong on this. A Habsburg candidate. Again, we do not want him. I wonder if you say no to everybody. I'm assuming you can't. Well, recognize the Soviet Union. We got the Cossack King, demands Slovakia. Governor of Livonia. Faction leaders considered major, 700,000 men in the field. What's our current army in the field? 320,000. Honestly, it's actually not that bad. Of course, we will need to fix it in the future. Concentrate in Industry 1. Absolutely. I guess we might as well prepare you guys for some sort of invasion, even though you're not going to get very far, I think. Let's draw a basic invasion to the Soviet Union. Hopefully, I mean, there's the thing, like, the Soviet Union could have their own civil war as well. I'm not too sure which way they will go. Right opposition to center. For some reason, it doesn't show up them getting the monarchist or monarchist path, and I don't really know why. Maybe it has to do with the AI being controlled. I don't know. I do not know. We get another modifier. Do I take him? I mean, if we take him, it wouldn't be right now. Crown Prince Michael of Romania. The Halls only claim that Poland dates far back as the existence of the current Polish state. Now, with Poland-Romanian relations becoming increasingly vital to the survival of both states, it makes sense to offer our throne to the former king and heir of Romania, Michael I. Opposed in 1930 in favor of his own father, King Michael presents an opportunity for a potential union of Poland and Romania. With the influence of the fascist Iron Guard building Romania, we may be able to weaponize anti-fascist sentiments as a means to depose King Karl once again, placed with Michael as king. The defeat would create an inseparable union between our nations, and our combined will would be a powerful force for our enemies in both the Soviet Union and the German Empire to contend with. Absolutely, I want to go with you. There we go. We got Michael the First. King of Poland. And I want to kind of get rid of agrarian reform, but we actually only have 189 days. We need to kind of take it sooner rather than later. Crown the king. Romania, are you happy or are you sad about that? It seems like you don't really have any feelings one way or the other. You are democratic right now. I mean, what do we know what anyone else is doing? I mean, you're democratic, Czechoslovakia is democratic. A decent amount of non-aligned in the world. But I mean, it's still July of 36. Still a lot of opportunities for some wacky shenanigans to take place in the country. Well, you know, we'll see how this goes. And I don't want this naval command. I'm sure he's okay. Getting 0.14. I mean, our gain is going okay right now. Excavation. What I think I want... Could go for 1918 weapons. Artillery doesn't make a lot of sense. We still have, like, World War I era tanks. We could go for, like, some, 1934. You actually unlock medium tanks in 1934 now as well, instead of having to wait until I think 39 is... Maybe even, like, 1941 is when they became available in, 4. But you know what? Let's research the basic medium tank. Maybe we can have, like, a really small... Like, a small but powerful tank division in Poland. And kind of control things that way. I think it makes sense as a potential future for the Polish military to actually go in. Doesn't love. Good old-fashioned tank.